Hey North Atlanta, my name's Alex. I know things have been a little crazy lately, but I'm just here to share a little bit about my experience and what I feel like God has been telling me, not just through everything that's been going on, but throughout this year in general. So I'm a sophomore college student at Boglin Christian University, and going into your second year of college is really exciting. You're more accustomed to the schedule and expectations of college. You can find your way around campus a lot easier. And at this point, you probably met your best friends. So I was super excited to get back to school this year. And a little background, I had been dreaming of college for the longest time. For as long as I can remember, I've always been that kid that was constantly thinking about his future. And I had a certain way mapped out in my head about what I wanted that to look like and the things I wanted for myself. So this year was really, really good overall. Had a campus job, so I had a lot more money in my pocket this year. It was nice to see all my friends. Classes were good. I liked all my professors, and yeah, like I said, it was just an overall really good year. And then spring break comes around, and I'm going home for the break. You know, I don't really get to do that a lot anymore. Texas is a little ways from Atlanta. And so I was really excited about that. And I get back, and a few days into the break, I get an email from the school saying spring break is extended, and we're gonna have a few weeks of online school before we come back for the semester. So I'm like, okay, this will be pretty cool. Get a little bit longer time at home, see my family and my old friends. And I wasn't too worried about it. And then, a couple weeks go by, and then I get another email saying school's online for the rest of the semester. And at that point, I'm a little bummed because, I was super excited to finish out my second year of college. Wasn't gonna get to see my friends. Wasn't gonna get to go back to work. And all these plans that I had for myself for this year, they kind of just went down the drain with that. So my birthday was on Tuesday, actually. I turned 21, and cut off from the rest of the world in my house wasn't exactly how I thought I'd spend my 21st birthday. But it was actually really cool to be able to just be with my family. And it was just kind of beautiful, the simplicity of what was supposed to be my big day. And I was actually really grateful for it. So that day, I call up my roommate, and, we were just talking, catching up, and we were kind of joking about it. But I said, it's crazy how I'm 9 years from 30 now. And I know 9 years is a long time, in the grand scheme of things. And I'm not saying 30 is an old age either, but for me to be able to say that, it just gave me this realization that I can finally understand that I'm getting older now. Because when I was younger, me dreaming about my future, that's all they were. They were just dreams. They seemed so far away. But I'm 21. I'll be graduating in a couple years. Friends that are a few years older than me are getting married, so everything just seems so much more close to reality. And with that, some days I'm afraid and I have these worries, and through all of this, I hear God telling me to be patient and to not worry. And I have this verse, it's Jeremiah 29:11. And it says, "For I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord, plans to prosper you and not to harm you, plans to give you hope and a future." And when I read that, it just gives me so much peace, especially with everything that's been going on. I'm not sure what next year is going to look like and how this is going to affect, the rest of my college career and all these other things. And like I said, I was always someone that was constantly thinking about the plans that I have for myself, And one of my biggest fears is that my plans for myself don't line up with God's plans for me. But when I read this verse, I realize that God's plans for me are greater than anything that I could imagine. So I just want to encourage you guys to, through whatever it is that you're going through everything that's going on right now, to not worry about tomorrow. Because who am I to worry about tomorrow when I serve a God that makes the sun rise every morning and makes sure it sets every night? And at the end of the day, God's plan always comes out on top. So I encourage you guys to be patient and to lean in God through everything that you go through and every day that you live through, and also to focus on being the person God wants you to be today, and just letting Him worry about what comes tomorrow. And just thank you for allowing me to do this, and thank you for listening to me. And I hope everyone has a great rest of their day, and I hope everyone stays healthy. God bless.